I want to give you the top 3 reasons to use beard oil. Stay tuned. Reason number 1, it keeps the skin moisturized. Remember, hair grows out of skin, so healthy skin produces healthy hair. Keep that in mind. Number 2 is that it helps groom the beard. On the days where your hair on your face might be a little bit frizzy and going a little bit out of control, it reduces the frizz and helps the hair behave just a little bit more, contributing to a neater, more groomed look. And number 3, the third reason is it makes the beard soft. So just in case, like let's say like there's a woman all over your face. Did I just say that? A woman all over your face? You want to keep everything soft. You don't want to give anyone a reason to stay away from you. So make sure to use beard oil. It keeps everything soft.
Well, almost everything.
Stirring the coffee with chopsticks, the giant chopsticks of truth, using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level. At the molecular level, good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. Man, those chopsticks are so big, they just like hit everything when I try to put them down. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Triple Bastard Dark Roast, the new bag, came in yesterday, and I'm happy to say that it is a 1-pound bag, not a 12-ounce bag. There's a link for it down below. Let's give this a shot. I made this with a pour-through method today. One of my favorite methods. My absolute favorite method of all time is French press, but I like mixing it up a little bit. Nice. Nice. Remember, gentlemen, you are merely a chapter in a modern woman's life. Stop acting like you are the whole book that has a happy ending. How do I know this? Do you ever meet women or see women on online dating and they say, I'm ready for a new chapter, starting a new chapter, or just turn the page from the old chapter, that kind of thing? That's what your girlfriend said about you. You are a chapter. Your ex-wife said you are a chapter, and she's moving on to another guy who is going to be a chapter. And men get deceived when they think they are the whole book. You're a chapter, fella. Act like it. Just a nice Friday reminder to never give crazy a second chance. You're not going to adjust a woman on the fly. In other words, you can't be in a relationship and course correct. When you start to see the red flags, you know, if you're dating a woman from Red Flagistan, you need to kind of back out. When she starts getting a little bit wild, a little disobedient, you know, women don't like hearing the word no. Although it turns them on in a weird kind of way. A woman needs to hear the word no. It doesn't get better when you hang in there. Let's just make that clear right now. Tolerating her doesn't score points in her eyes. She just thinks she can more easily manipulate you. Let's talk about a good husband and a good man. A good husband does daily Bible reading to his wife and kids. Let's say it's before dinner. Let's say you're just going to read a chapter. You know how like I read a chapter in the Church of the Total Man. Before you have dinner, you're all sitting at the table. You have a chapter already picked out. You might be going through chapters in the Bible, and you just read a chapter. And then you give the blessing for dinner. And it's a way of exposing your children, taking leadership, and teaching your family, rather than just playing 52-card pickup, kind of wishing and hoping and keeping your fingers crossed that everything's going to work out okay. So whether it be reading a passage before dinner at the table or a brief reading after dinner, you know, after everybody helps clean up the kitchen, then you all go into the living room and you hear the passages before the TV goes on, before everybody leaves for the evening. And that's how I will roll in my marriage as a spiritual leader. Well, I'm back to trading again. What do you want to trade for? Couple things. I have a 0 fucks given coin. I have a vintage Harley keychain from a Harley Davidson dealership that no longer exists in the Philadelphia area. I have a vintage straight razor. I have an old vintage safety razor where you turn the knob kind of thing at the bottom and it opens up like a butterfly. You drop the blade in, you tighten it up, and it closes back up again. I have that, and I have official Vice President Joe Biden cufflinks. So make an offer. What would you like to trade for? As I am trading up and keeping my, I'm documenting the journey of what I trade up for. One guy wanted to offer me the first 9 seasons. I think it was the first 9 seasons of The Walking Dead, something like that, in a sealed, like a sealed box, that type of thing. And then he didn't want to do it because he found the 10th season, something to that effect. I forget what it was. Oh, and 3 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead in a sealed box. But he kind of backed out. I wanted all 10. Make your offer. Be willing to walk away from the table. So what would you like to trade me for? There's a 21,000% price increase on unvaccinated sperm. I could be rich. It's the new white gold. Forget about Bitcoin. The real money is in unvaccinated sperm. This is a parody. It said Samuel Yankwell of a local sperm bank. As soon as I saw the word Yankwell, good seed for you. Nobody's interested in post-jab material. All they care about is pre-COVID and certified unvaccinated samples. Our phones are ringing off the hook with requests. It's pretty funny. There's a picture of a dude with his pants unzipped in like one of them little urine sample collection cups, sitting filled with probably Elmer's glue or something, sitting on a wad of money. I thought that was pretty funny. But as soon as I saw the name, Samuel Yankwell, that's pretty funny. Well, contrary to popular opinion, women weren't created to do everything a man can do. They were created to do the things men can't do. That is why we complement each other. Imagine that. Other than that, you're just roommates that smash. Now's the time of year when divorces force sales of motorcycles and wives get irritated at guys who have motorcycles. I've been telling you this. I've been telling you this for years. When you search for a motorcycle, search for the motorcycle you want, but always put in the word wife or divorce in the search term. For instance, a 2001 Honda CBR 929, $4,500 or best offer. He says, the cleanest 929 out there, but the wife says it's got to go. This is where you offer him $1,000 cash in front of his wife. You kind of like fan it out a little bit. I'll give you $1,000 cash right now. Like 10 $100 bills. His wife will be sitting there. Like, take it. Take the money, you fool. He started out selling $4,500. He will take $1,000. Here's another one. 2007 Suzuki GSXR 600, 13,000 miles. Replaced the starter in June. Runs great. Needs inspection. The wife is making me sell it. That's 5 $100 bills right there. You will have a new motorcycle. If you're smart, you do anything to it to get it running perfectly, and then you sell it for $2,500. So you just made yourself $2,000 in less than a week. Nice. Any of you bros into the Mora knife? These Swedish knives? Just super. They're cheap. If you lose them, it's no big deal. Comes with a injection molded sheath that actually is pretty good, that does not come off your belt at all. It's really good. You get 2 of them for like $20. They're awesome. I've been getting these for years. I give them as gifts and stuff. It is a great, great little gift. I'll put a link for it down below. But I've been using this company for years. And it's just a perfect little camp knife. But that leads me to say, I don't make women mad at me often, but when I do, put that knife down. Thank God that never happened to me. Here's a picture of me trying to explain flat Earth to people who believe 2 planes knocked down 3 buildings. I love that meme, a guy trying to talk to a brick wall. Do you ever say that to somebody? I feel like when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to a brick wall. That is funny. I am in the mood for Fleming's Steakhouse. I just need a wife at this point. I'm not sure what I want more, the wife or just a dinner at Fleming's. Maybe I'll just go to Fleming's by myself. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Just go sit at the bar, have a nice dinner. That's what I'll do. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Fleming's. I'm going to sit at the bar. Man, yesterday's show was fire, wasn't it? How about this? If hurting you didn't hurt her, she didn't love you. Pow. Or you are one mouse click away from being replaced. Relationships start fast. Relationships end fast. Therein lies the problem. Hearts can't possibly move as fast as mouse clicks. Boom. I love one of the things that Jenny says, submitting to your husband should not be a fearful thing. That was pretty insightful. You know, it's interesting for a woman to submit. One of the reasons why a woman doesn't submit or be subject to the love of her husband is because she's fearful and doesn't trust him. Holy cow. Are you trustworthy, bro? Are you trustworthy? Can she trust you to lead the family, to lead her? That is why she's not submitting to you. It's because you're not trustworthy. Because maybe you have a bad track record of decision making. Maybe some of it's her fault. Maybe she doesn't have a good track record of submitting or obedience. And when I say submit, it literally means to be subject to the love of your husband. And what woman wouldn't want to be subject to the love of her husband? I know a couple. Next. Never give crazy a second chance. You know, crazy doesn't always look like, ooh. Sometimes crazy comes in a very pretty package. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed. Some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I can still recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. The Beatles, 1965. Great song, isn't it? Just a reminder for the ladies out there, because I think ladies are more prone to disrupting their world because of some kind of fantasy that they're going to have a better life with a different man. Never give up a good man for a mirage or a fantasy. There is joy in commitment to the man that you're with. Whereas all your girlfriends are saying, you go girl, you can have it all. You can do better than that. No, you can't. Fix what you have and stop running. There, I said it. Who is chirping in your woman's ear? Her single friends? Single women keep women single. Single female friends are always working hard to make married women act single. Accountability in a relationship only works if both are invested and have their eyes on the goal of marriage and family. It doesn't work if one person has wandering eyes or a restless heart, or is a runner, or is an avoidant. Won't work. It can take 2 months to 4 years for crazy to come out. Keep that in mind. I used to say 2 years. I upgraded that to 4 years. Here's just a quick reminder to stop it. Stop what you say. The first thing that came to your mind. Stop it. You know what that thing is. I said earlier in the week, Pat Stedman gets 4 years in prison for being involved in the J6 stuff. That's pretty rough. 4 years, and then I think 3 years of supervised stuff. I don't know if that's house arrest or parole or whatever. 4 years. Definitely a miscarriage of justice. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. So I wrote him and I said, please let me know where you end up, the address and such. I will be writing you on a regular basis, and I will definitely make a trip to do a visit and kind of pair that with some other duties or some work on the same day. Wherever he ends up, I'll find a reason to get to there, wherever that is. But mercy must be practiced as a Christ follower. Christ said, when I was in prison, you visited me. So, if anyone would like to be involved in some kind of prison ministry, let me know. Comment down below, as I will be writing and visiting Pat for 4 years, intermittently throughout 4 years. Hopefully he'll get pardoned. Why do so many men seem cynical? Because they got betrayed by someone they once said that they would die for. A man commits to loving her in the same way that Christ loves the church. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. We gladly do that. We are wired for that. But no wonder men tap out. No woman has ever said to a man, I would die for you. But men lay their lives down for women every single day. Men give, women receive. We are wired for that. Women are wired to receive, programmed to receive. Some of you will get that. But we are wired to give and to provide. Device will restart to update outside of active hours. Okay. Sorry about that. We are wired to give, to provide, to protect. That's how we are made. Like I said yesterday, we're happy with a one-room cabin and a dog and a wood stove. But the minute we meet a woman, we start thinking 3 or 4 bedrooms, a pool, a nice kitchen. We don't really care about that stuff. But instantly, the provider, protector thing just kind of comes in. It's like when the house, the lights go out and everybody retires for the night. The guy makes the rounds, checks the doors, checks the windows, checks the knobs on the stove. It's natural. We check the perimeter, so to speak. That's how guys are wired. And women take advantage of that all the damn time. How many times does a man have to be taken advantage of before he says, you know what, I'm out. I'm not participating in this nonsense anymore. I don't think online dating has helped that out when you know you're one mouse click away from being replaced, because mouse clicks move faster than hearts. Where would you rather do a meetup? At a Waffle House or Fleming's Steakhouse? If I was to organize a meetup, put your answer down below. Waffle House, obviously, you're meeting at a table, at a booth, that kind of thing. 4 to 6 people. If we meet at Fleming's, it'll be meeting at the bar during happy hour, and you better have some cash in your pocket. There are some tweets that I think are funny that just have burned themselves as some of the funniest things I've ever read. One was probably from 2017, where this woman says, if you enjoy spending your Friday nights arguing over what to watch until one of you bleeds through your eyeballs, then marriage might be for you. That's pretty funny. That made me laugh in 2017. It still makes me laugh now. You know, how you age is up to you, but you have to think about it now. Like if you're a young person, go easy on the alcohol, go easy on the shitty food, and just start walking and working out, whether you're male or female. Men and women do age differently, but they can age beautifully. You know, I have been recently back in touch with Sultana, looking at pictures of us from 35 years ago. But how you age is the result of choices that you make now. Do you have relationship PTSD? Have you been lied to? Do you trust nobody? Is your attitude, fuck it, I'm done with this shit? And then you're just going to keep everything light, keep everything surfacey? Because the last time you went deep, you got hurt or betrayed, lied to, deceived. Has that ever happened to you? That's a tough thing to overcome. I call that relationship PTSD. Sure, you can find sex again, but you may not find love again. I wish women would stop fucking up relationships with good men. The grass is not greener on the other side. It might be fun for a minute, but it certainly isn't greener. Find yourself a good man who'll make you a wife and a mother. Make an honest woman out of you. Make an honest man out of himself. Hang on to him. Marriage is easy when you have a good man. It's easier to build. It's easier to love. It's easier to be loved. It's easier to serve the Lord when you have a good man. Ladies, stop fucking up relationships with good men. I specialized in delusional women for many, many years. Great sex, lots of laughs, total immersion, love bombing, romantic enmeshment.
Great ass!
But realize when you meet a woman like that, she has an expiration date. Usually it's like right about here. If you like look right here, you'll see it printed on her, the expiration date. Sell by. I just know there's going to be a guy tonight on a date with a girl, and he's like going to be looking like behind her ear. There's no such thing as taking a person back unconditionally. The burden of success is on them to prove how things will be different, because you already did your part. Listen, if you got broken up with and someone comes sniffing around again, it's up to them to make it right. Like I said, never fix what someone else broke, ever. They have to have a clear plan of how things will be different. I told a woman the other day, in front of a bunch of people, I said something like, you look like the kind of woman who's never been told no before. And everyone started laughing. She was laughing, and then the smile went off of her face because she knew I was right. A dude flipping burgers can't hang on to a modern woman. The top 50 richest men in the world can't keep a modern woman. What makes you think, sir, that you can keep a modern woman? Get them? Heck yeah, that's the easy part. That is the easy part. Dude, have you seen my life? As a content creator, my life, much of my life is a lot of my content. Have you seen the women that I hang with? Getting them is easy. Keeping them, that's the tough one. And it's not your job to make a woman happy, like Karen Seats from Happy Wife School says. As men, it is not your responsibility to make your woman happy. That's a pretty tall order. You have to make sure she's happy before you proceed. Not just proceed to the altar, but proceed to the next week. If she's not happy this week, see what you can do. Don't fix her. Don't try to fix her. She's got to fix herself. But if you are with a perpetually unhappy, unpleasable woman, you got to start making some decisions, my brother. Are you wearing boxer shorts and sitting on ice packs for 10 to 15 minutes a day yet? Get busy, my brother. It makes all the difference in the world. I'm going to be doing a boxer short comparison video probably at the end of the month. Tried many different brands of boxer shorts in the past year. Big fan of boxer shorts. I remember the last girlfriend I had, one of the first things I ever gave her was a pair of boxer shorts. I had purchased a 6-pack of boxer shorts, and I remember I gave her boxer shorts, a pair of boxer shorts, brand new right out of the package. And she would wear them as like sleep shorts, that kind of thing. Get some boxer shorts and give her a pair. She'll like them. Your t-shirts, you get a pack of t-shirts, give her one. When she goes to bed in your boxer shorts and your t-shirt, that's a good thing. The woman that slides into your DMs will quickly slide herself out of your DMs. Men, you need to do the pursuing. If a woman is chasing you, forget about it. If a woman loves you, she will feed you. Others will just talk about feeding you, but true love means that she pulls out the frying pan. If you are talking about marriage, and if you were in a marriage, there's no such thing as divorce. You got to get that out of your head. Are you tired of them? Guess what? Go get a good night's sleep. You won't be tired of them tomorrow. Divorce and breakup is the easy way out. Struggle and some sacrifice produces much better results. You can't just fly the coop every time you get a little bit unhappy. When you make it through struggles, you always come out the other side a little bit stronger and a little bit more committed to one another. I don't want to say a little bit more in love, because love is a feeling. There is joy in commitment. And just a quick little reminder to have sex with her daily for 1 month. Some marathon sessions, some quickies, but at least eat the peach 3 times a week until she puts you in a thigh headlock. There's your marriage counseling. Fucking her good and often is the key. It will relieve pressure. It'll make her less neurotic. It'll bring you guys closer. It'll minimize conflict. Don't doubt me on this. Took me forever to figure this out. A woman who is not good and often gets neurotic and starts looking elsewhere. And my brother, this is not going to happen if you're overweight or overworked. Have a shitty diet. Don't drink enough water. Take care of yourself. If you're worried that, or concerned, or flabbergasted that you haven't gotten head in a long time, just start peaching her. That just brings the head right out of her. Peach her 3 to 5 times a week. I've been on this earth a long time. I know what I'm talking about. We are in the middle of Shred-tember. We're going to get ready for Pectober. That's when I'm going to get back on my creatine supplement. And then after Pectober is going to be Brovember. And that is where you are helping someone else out. You are coaching someone. You are encouraging a brother. So for the next 2 months, we're working on ourselves. November, we are going to be others directed, outwardly directed, helping an overweight bro lose weight, helping an overweight bro muscle up a little bit, helping him in his relationships. So Shred-tember for you, Pectober for you, Brovember is going to be for another brother. So we're not self-centered. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.